Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Fatihah binti Mio Osman and I will be presenting about experiment 1 titled Solar Energy Availability. The aim of this experiment is to assess the amount of the solar irradiation available and also to assess the shading profile for a particular site. The objective of this experiment is to plot the solar irradiance profile and determine the irradiance. The second one is to assess the shading profile and determine the irradiance at the particular site. Next, we move to the procedure of the experiment. The first one, the solar pathfinder was set up and placed at a location where there is a partial shading. The second one, we must make sure that the bubble on the instrument must be placed at the center and the direction of the compass must be right. Next, we will move to the video of the practical. So this is where we set up the instrument. We open the box first. Next, we have to adjust the bubble, so the bubble will always stick at the center of the instrument. Then we put the lid of the instrument. Then we start make a shading profile on the solar pathfinder chart. So at this situation, we have to make sure that there is no other shading, such as the people shading at the side. So next, we move on to the data and results. So this is the figure of the solar pathfinder chart that has been plotted. For the data and results, we use raw data 1, raw data 2, and raw data 3 to make our calculations. The percentage shading can be calculated based on the solar pathfinder chart. After we get the percentage shading, we can calculate the available of irradiation at that site by using the formula, which is shading factor times the original of the irradiation. So, to find the shading factor, the formula is 100 minus the percentage of shading divided by 100. To find the solar irradiation for the entire year, the formula is the sum of the irradiation for each month. The total solar irradiance must be converted to megajoule per meter second by using the 1 kilowatt hour per meter second times 3.6 megajoule over 1 kilowatt hour. Next, before calculating daily peak sun hour for each month and entire year, the unit factor need to be converted into hour by using 1 over 1 kilowatt per meter squared is equals to hour. The daily average for each month is calculated by dividing the irradiance total each month and days, while daily peak sun hours for entire year is calculated by dividing the annual peak sun hour by days in a year. The total irradiance for raw data 1, 2, and 3 are 5610.35 megajoule per meter squared, 5589.97 megajoule per meter squared, and 6343.20 megajoule per meter squared respectively. The highest irradiation is 6343.20. However, this raw data 3 is without the shading factor. The best irradiance total is from raw data 3 since the value is higher compared to the other two data. Based on raw data 2, we can see that the value of irradiance is low because the shading factor is much higher than the raw data 1 and 3. Thus, it will cut more energy when the shading is higher. Hence, raw data 3 is a good solar energy since it has no shading factor and give more energy. So, This proves the larger value of shading factor, the lower the solar irradiation of each mine. Due to the no shading involved in raw data tree, the energy efficiency of PV panel are increases since little shading has big impact on the modules by blocking the sunlight. The PV system must be placed at a site that have a lower percentage of shading. This is because shading factor can give a significant impact on the module. There is also some precaution steps that we need to be taken in the experiment. The first one, we have to make sure that there is no other people shading on the solar pathfinder. We also have to make sure that the bubbles are at the center of the instrument while the compass are in the right direction. We also have to wear a hat to keep ourselves avoided from the heat stroke. As a conclusion, we are able to plot the solar irradiance and determine the irradiation. Next, we are able to assess the shading profile at the particular site and also determine the irradiation at the site. So that's all from me and my friends. Thank you.